Howdy, cadre. Let us test just how loud my AC unit is. It's at my back, so maybe it's not too much of an issue. Here's some wind from it on the microphone. Oh yeah. How's that? Is that good content? Oh, you like that? The gentle breeze, cadre. Alright. What are we doing? Where are we at? I finished the alphabet earlier today. So I don't know. I accidentally broke my Kevin portal. Switched to creative mode just to get a few more books, and I don't know. There's a lot of portals. We've slotted in the Greek alphabet. Actually, yeah, let's light it up. It's a pleasant sound. Light it up. We didn't light the portal. Yeah. Okay, we'll have to color that up. That'll be our next series. There is no pattern. I thought there might be a pattern somewhere. The alphabet, I assume, would be in order. We do have one alt. Yeah, Mauve. It's weird because I don't remember a lot of his backstory. This was a character I played on a bulletin board, which I'm sure any millennials watching have no clue what I mean by that. Long before social media, in the early days of the internet, there were sites called bulletin boards where people could post text, and you know, it's nothing you wouldn't recognize now. It's kind of like Reddit, but just, at least the one I was on, was just text. You couldn't post images or anything. But you'd have different conversation threads, and I got involved here at University of Michigan when I was going to school with a few of the forums. There's one called RAP that was an LGBTQ support group that I kind of participated in out of curiosity, just because I've always been a a friend and supporter to people who are different and marginalized. And I made some friends there. I guess none that have really lasted. Did I? Yeah, I switched to survival. Alright. But the reason I brought it up is there was one bulletin board that I loved that was for gamers. And I think I joined it because I enjoy playing games, and I was thinking about role-playing games and probably Magic the Gathering, even back then, and board games. Magic, it wasn't a part of the forum, but anyways, there's one specific conversation thread that was a role-playing game. People made characters. I could do a whole bunch of these because I could do Mauve alone. I could do Q alone with the period. Anyway, let's go in here and check it out. So Mauve is a halfling. This is bone, ain't it? Bone on wood. Alright. Pillage confirmed. So the setting of this role-playing game. Oh, shulkers. Oh, good. I wanted to get more shulker boxes anyway. The setting. Oh, what was the name? The Black Rose Inn, I believe. The Black Rose Inn was a tavern at a nexus between dimensions, a kind of crossroads. Whoever made the forum came up with this setting because they thought it would be conducive to this concept that people could bring in role-playing characters, bees, from existing games, and this cross-dimensional inn was important because I'm gonna be fallen if I fight these. Yeah, okay. Well, there are ways to deal with this. Come on. We gonna die? Not so bad. That's a little worse. I had a bow at one point, and then I died. That's what she said. Sorry, I was just thinking the other form of the word bow. Well, almost already killed myself. So yeah, the Black Rose Inn. So yeah, it was a conceit. The concept was that people could bring in existing characters from role-playing games they had played. Stories they'd written, or even conceivably characters from established fiction that they just wanted to roleplay as. There wasn't a whole lot of that. Most people brought in original characters, but it was fun because some were like superheroes, some were from Middle Earth type settings. Well, how? This is no. Okay. Anyways, Mauve I just made from scratch though. I only played him there on that server. Well, I threw my sword. Oh, now I don't have blocks handy. Well, that... Oops! Shoot. That went well until it didn't. Oh, now I'm poisoned? What poisoned me? I get hit by a bee? I'm gonna die. Okay, the water's green here. That's a shovel. Okay. What? Oh, I threw my sword. Right. Good times. And I ate my food. Yeah, I ate my food. Okay. Well, we'll do the water again. That worked well. Yeah, I don't always carry a bucket, but it does come in handy. Alright, we should prepare better for this world. So yeah, Mauve was a halfling. Which, for those who don't know D&D, halfling's a lot like a hobbit. They look a lot like men, but are about half the size. I suppose... What do I really want to do here? I could make a bow? But I don't have arrows. I don't have feathers. So that really doesn't help much, does it? Axes aren't gonna... I'm not gonna remember those are there. I colored a few more shulker boxes. They would be a lot easier to hunt if I had bows. But maybe I should just focus on building a wall, or I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just putting things in things. Food. I need food. I know I have salmon that I cooked. I'm really low on food. I need to... I got chorus fruit. Alright, where... Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Mauve was a halfling. He could stop time. How did I forget that? His one major power was that he could essentially stop time. He had a suspicion that it was not unlike if you lower the temperature of an area, you slow its kinetic activity. Even the molecules within that space move, vibrate, collide slower. And so he had a theory that if you could freeze the space around you, bring its kinetic activity to almost nothing, essentially will the space to 0 degrees Kelvin, absolute zero, but maintain your own heat within that space and a small bubble around you, that you could essentially freeze time and move through it. How did those die? Oh, bees? Okay, whoa, okay, sure. We've played this game before. Well, that's not gonna work very well, is it? Okay. So yeah, and Mauve was a lonely soul who stumbled into the Black Rose Inn, you know, I don't know. But it was a place that seemed timeless to him. And oh, no, that's not working. Let's see. Hurt a little bit. Oh. Okay, that didn't work. Yep. This is gonna be slow. I guess water lets you sink. That's interesting. Nice. Yeah, I guess, yeah, the one thing that kept Mauve from being alone in the multiverse is he did have a companion animal, I guess, from a strange world. Looked a lot like a lemur. Not the ring-tailed lemurs, not that long and skinny. More like some of the smaller lemurs, like, what are they called? Tarmaranians? Or, there's some weird lemurs, that's for sure. Large eyes, almost koala-like in appearance, but even cuddlier. Wow, this just seems crappy. How many you got? 4? Yeah, that's 2 more. Man, the rain here. So anyways, his little winged lemur friend. Yeah, it's like a lemur, but they have little moth-like wings. Don't look like they'd support them. But these time lemurs, in the world they live on, are yeah. They could freeze time too. And they would use it. I think it's kind of what allowed them to fly. Can I get back up? Thank you, Mr. Shulker, for the assist. Yeah, maybe they couldn't fly unless they stopped time. I don't know if I thought of that back then. Anyways, these lemurs only stop time to catch insects, really. Well, and to protect themselves. They came from a dimension that had a lot of horrors. So it was an adaptational. Coal, huh? It was an evolutionary advancement that allowed them to survive in such a harsh environment. But the stuff they ate was just insects, larvae, stuff like that. I don't think they posed much of a threat to anything on their world. But Mauve befriended one. I don't think he ever thought of him as a pet, really. Yeah, so is this AC too loud? What do you think? I'm gonna have to listen to it, see if it matters. Here it is, in case you want to know. But you won't hear this unless I lean way back. Oh, drink it up. Okay, so, yeah, shulker boxes. That is not my crafting table. Alright, so I've got blue, orange, red. Oh, I made 2 orange. Blue. I didn't want to do that. That's the wrong tool. I don't know what other... Well, Phantom Membrane's one. can I also use bone for the same? What else are dyes? Is chorus fruit a dye? What? No. Phantom membrane, light gray. It's not. Bone? Bone meal. There it is, the white dye. Okay. So we got a white box. What else is dye? Oh, I can make some. Okay, so red and blue. Lapis lazuli. Poppy. My name is Poppy. I'm Poppy. Boop. That's the boop. That's the blue. That's the red. That's the purple. Are they already purple? It just says shulker box. Nope. Purple's deeper. How deep is your purple? How deep is your purple? I really need. It should be a shulker box, shouldn't it? Well. Oh, these are RNG, aren't they? Yeah, that's why I put that there. Okay, I don't want all this. Alright. Anyway, yeah, Mauve was cool. Part of what I enjoyed is he I don't know, he didn't have a lot of backstory. He wasn't that self-motivated, I guess. I mean, yeah. He was just real grateful for that end to just to meet people, you know, just to have some interaction. And I don't. Yeah, you can't put shulker boxes in shulker boxes. But yeah, Zeitlinger, his flying lemur. I don't want the axes in there. I should refill that with books. Alright, oops. I do want the gravel axes in here. I was gonna make more swords and stuff. Where? I'll make 3 swords. Iron. Upgrade to iron. So yeah, I could tell you some stories. I suppose. But you know, they'd be stories that involve other characters, and really the only thing I remember. So there was somebody playing a character named Free Radical. It seemed OP to me, overly powerful. He was kind of a classic superhero. like, I think, you know, super strength and speed and flying, and he was called Free Radical because he got his powers from some nuclear mishap and was able to control things on an atomic level. It just seemed real OP to me, but and this isn't really about Mauve even. This was just something I took on. You could change you could make posts with a pseudonym. So for a while, and you know, administrators of the bulletin board. I haven't been over here for a while, so I thought I'd visit. I don't have no lighting on me. Do I have a farm here? Yeah, I do. So I could come back here. Looks like I have some melon and some bread. I just typed the mode I'm in. I do that a lot for some reason. I just want to type creative, not survival. Yeah, so I kind of messed with the guy playing Free Radical by using pseudonyms to send in characters to try and convince him that he was actually bedridden. Oh yeah, pigs. In a hospital, and that the whole Black Rose thing was a dream he was having, and that he wasn't actually a superhero, he was just a normal guy whose delusions had spun out of control, and he was making this fantasy world. But the doctor was trying to convince him that he needed to basically disbelieve it to wake up, and that he was going to be trapped in this coma. If he didn't. So I thought it was kind of fun because this guy very much seemed to want to be in control, and there were some rules on just a few rules, that you couldn't kill another character. You couldn't dictate what happens to another character. It's kind of similar to the rules of improv. I don't know if you're familiar, but you couldn't just like write like permanent things for the other characters, and the idea is like you can't just say, so I pull out a gun, shoot your character, and your character dies. That would be taking too much power from another character. But you could, you know, obviously you stop before that. In improv, it's called yes and, where the idea is you never deny something that another player or character or actor comes up with. You kind of agree with whatever they say and add something to it. So the idea with that was you couldn't say, you know, I lunge at you with my lightsaber and cut off your hand. You would need to just go up to the point of intent, but then allow the character to respond, obviously, before game-changing effects occurred. Anyway. So yeah, I could probably talk about Free Radical for a while. Mauve, I don't know. I covered the basics. He was a lonely soul that had watched, had fallen in love many times long ago and watched those people die. Yeah, he also doesn't age. I guess that's the other thing. And he had lived long enough to see it as a curse, but had also spent plenty of time just kind of as a hermit, alone, philosophizing or whatever. And then, Zeitlinger, kind of his one companion. But yeah, through the process I realized that to others, I probably seemed, Mauve, my character, probably seemed OP, overpowered, if you're not a gamer. The ability to stop time is pretty strong, especially in a setting like that, because, somebody can say, somebody's following the rules, can say I pull out a gun, squeeze the trigger, and a bullet flies straight towards Mauve's forehead, but that doesn't matter, because as soon as I type anything, I can just freeze time, step out of the way. But Mauve was more likely to, tie somebody's shoelaces together without them knowing it. Rather than try to, he was not a greedy being or power hungry or hate filled or anything like that. Well, there's a nice, quiet, reflective episode for you. We did a single door and didn't even explore much because there wasn't a whole lot to explore. Some shulker boxes that now got more than I'm currently using. I probably should come up with color codes. Like, it would be easy to put just white stuff in here, snow, bones, what have you. I really should get some cactuses so I can dye one green and keep my plants in it. But I also feel like maybe I should build a sorting contraption. I don't know, I could maybe build the base under here so I could, when I come out of a portal, I could drop down a ladder. Maybe I wouldn't even need that. I mean, if I had a ladder over here to get down there, then this could just be a chest or a hopper that I could drop items in, and they could sort automatically. And then if I needed any of those resources, I could go down the ladder. But for the most part, stepping out of a portal, I could just drop my load. Anywho, insert catchphrase here.